This is new. What is that? Oh! Is that a skull? Ah! Hey! What's up, y'all? Feels like it's been a long time. But it hasn't. It's only been 3 weeks. Has it? Maybe more than that. Who knows? Who cares? Welcome back. Good to see you guys. Mark West. Been a while since I've been on here. It's so funny you say that because also same. I think 3 weeks from streaming and Fallout 76. Huh. Kind of a long time there.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Ooh, pills, what's up? What up? Hey, balaba. How the heck y'all doing? Oh, that sounds great. Trying to get this laptop uploaded here because need to have the second screen for the Twitches and the YouTubes to see chats in case chat stops working, because chat loves to stop working sometimes. Trying to work out what's best with the Cryolator. Quad, Rapid, Swift, and Vipers. Strangleheart was Assassin's Intelligence, Through Hikers, Limit Breaking. Oh, somebody's doing PvP. Somebody's doing the PvP. Strangleheart's great. Arguably, if you're trying to increase overall damage output, arguably Strangleheart is better than Vulcan now. Because if you put the Ultrasight bracers on the Vulcan armor, you could go up against a Ghoul, and that extra radiation damage will actually heal them. So, Vulcan and PvP took a little bit of a hit, because now you can't use those. But, Strangleheart is still badass. So that's good. Trying to work out. So for the Cryolator, for PvP, that kind of depends. You could go 2 routes with it. You could go quad. The hell? Quad, faster fire rate. You definitely want faster fire rate for the second one. So in any Cryolator, you definitely want rapid for the second one. If you go the quad route, quad, rapid, reload speed. Because you eat through that magazine pretty quickly. And then for the third one, you could do pinpointers. If you were down to change that 4th star when the next update hits. So pinpointers does multiplicative damage. So that would be your best if you wanted more damage for the 2nd star. Now another route you could go with the Cryolator is you could not use quad, and then you could use some type of plus 50% boost for the 1st star. So either assassins or junkies if you maintain that, or aristocrats if you maintain that, plus 50% on the 1st star. Or you could do executioners as the 1st star. Executioners multiplicative. Rapid 2nd star. Reload speed 3rd star. And then on the 4th star you do electricians. So that way you're constantly shocking the player. Electricians really only make sense for the non-quad version of the Cryolator because of how frequently it reloads. Take advantage of that. So you could go quad, rapid, reload, pinpointers. Because pinpointers is great on the quad too because it helps to make up some of that damage that you lose by not having damage on the 1st star. And then, or you could do Electrician's Cryolator, which would be plus 50% first star or Executioners, rapid, reload speed, and then Electricians. Those two would be good options. You could run Endurance as the 3rd star instead of reload speed, but that's kind of up to you. If you choose for either the quad or the plus 50% damage one, if you want to go a little bit more of a defensive route, then you would put Endurance as a 3rd star. If you wanted a little bit more DPS overall, then you would go reload speed as the 3rd star. Reload speed would probably be better though. But it depends. Obviously having more health is better than having less health in PvP, so it just kind of depends. Power. Assassins, Intelligence, Through Hikers. Wait. Intelligence. Are you doing... That is a PvP set, right? That you're talking about? If it's PvP, then the 2nd star should be Endurance. You could do Powered, but... if you're running... Well, okay, well, here's another question. Are you a ghoul or a human? Right? Rangers would be best. Yes. Yeah, you would want Rangers on all pieces. It used to be 4 Rangers and then 1 Reflective, because the Reflective would just increase the stagger chance. But now that people are ghouls, some people you go up against are probably running Brick Wall, which they won't get staggered, and then therefore the Reflective on one of those pieces is irrelevant. It's a waste of a slot. So, or you could do Rangers on 4 pieces, and then you could do what's the passive? Wow, you can tell it's been a minute. What's the one that increases AP refresh and health passively? Damn, what's the name of that 4 star? Wow. Wow. Anyway, that one. You could do 4 Rangers in that one or 5 Rangers. And then, yeah, those are 2 good options for the Cryolator. So it just kind of depends. Kind of depends. But we are going to do some... Why does the laptop say it's 9:46? What? Okay. Anyway. We're going to do some XP stuff, though. It was Endurance, but I changed it to chance for XP build. I will be changing it back to Endurance. You are a ghoul. Okay. Yeah, Endurance would be the 2nd star. You could do Powered. Some people still like that, but... I mean... Powered for a ghoul might be a good option, since you don't have Thirst Quencher. Because that's one of the benefits of being a human and running Endurance, high Endurance, is you get Thirst Quencher, so you get overall more action points, right? And whether or not increasing total action points is better or worse than increasing total action point refresh, probably splitting hairs in that argument, honestly. Both are great. If you choose to increase total AP, or you choose to increase total AP refresh speed, both are going to work well for you. So, but that was the benefit of having high endurance as a human, at least, is you could use Thirst Quencher. When you're a ghoul, you don't have that option. So you could still run Endurance as a 2nd star for a ghoul. That still makes sense, because you still get an added benefit from it, because ghouls have 2 health bars. So you would essentially be increasing your health twice by having that. So it's probably still a smart thing to have there, but the main thing with ghouls also is worth considering, is they're really weak to elemental damage. So what you could also consider for a 2nd star for PvP is to maybe have a mix of warming. Is that what it is? Warming, poison, and cryo resist. You could do that also. You could do 2 pieces cryo resist, 2 pieces poison resist, right? Or if you're running funky duds and sizzling style, maybe just have some cryo resist pieces. So, I don't know. Not really up to date on the current PvP meta, especially after ghouls got added in, but it seems like the majority of people are humans in PvP still. Not to say you won't go up against one, but I think you could do a test sometime. There's no new video about the Cryolator. So like a Cryolator specific video? Is that what you mean? Okay. Computer's not connecting to the internet. That's really weird. Laptop is freaking out right now. Come on, click the thing. Come on. Who all's online? What you guys doing? PvP build. Oh, so you're looking for a PvP build video or a Cryolator build video. No, Vipers would be good if you're going to use it with Strangleheart. That is a good point. Yeah, but obviously you would be then locked to only using the Cryolator when poison damage is present. But if you're always going to use the Cryolator with Strangleheart, then yeah, put Vipers on it. That might actually be the better option since Pinpointers is getting nerfed. So you wouldn't have to change it unless you don't care and you really want to optimize. Then I would put Pinpointers on the Cryolator for now, and then when the update hits, you would take Pinpointers off and replace it with Vipers. That'd probably be your best bet. Does that make sense? What do you guys think? Would you like to see a Cryolator video or a PvP video? All right. Where we is, what we doing, who we got. All right, let's go back to the camp. Oh, wait. Hold on. Our West Tech base is down here. Whoops. Both PvP with Cryolator. That would take a little bit of research. Again, I haven't really done PvP much since the Ghoul update. That's what's tricky about the Ghoul update is now there's so many different options and way to do things that it makes doing build videos kind of tricky because now you have to cover 2 different types of builds, a Ghoul and a human. Ghoul Cryolator PvP video would be amazing. We'll see what we can do with that. We'll look into that. Actually, hold on. We need to go to the camp first. See what's up with that camp buffs. The goal is to keep 80 intelligence running. We have enough now to do it. We have Mentats, Nuka Twists, Boiled Scorch Spice Bite. Look at this donk.
In here too, or what?
Oh, that guy can't be killed. What a douche. He said, you moving in here too? Yeah. Yeah, dude. A little late to the party, dude. Let's go ahead and redo some stuff. The thing that's really tricky about PvP too is, do you keep a full set of assassins and then a full set of ghoul slayers on you?
If I could live out
Power armor, and then switch based on who you go up against? Because the problem is, you don't know who you're going up against. Is that person a ghoul? Are they a human? What if they're a ghoul and you have full assassins, and then you just insta-die? Right? I'm sure you can do it. Your videos are great. There's a challenge for you. I appreciate it. They take a lot of work. There's a lot of research that has to go in behind the scenes, because obviously when you make a video like that, you have to try to know the most that you can about it. So that way you plug as many holes that'll come up in the comment section. But even then, there's always something that comes up in the comments like, oh, you forgot to do this specific thing in this time and this date, and you did not use this one thing here. Oh, this video sucks. You're an asshole. It's like, all right, dude. So you definitely want to make sure when videos like that, it would be very beneficial to learn the most amount of things about it possible. It got really dark in this camp. Something happened with the update to where it just made everything super taste. 3 tasty squirrel stews? What? Damn, yes? Okay. 2 sets of string of heart, human and ghoul. Yeah, what's good about that is that's smart. Is you can. I should be interested to know how many people are actually doing this right now.
Oh, thought I heard someone creeping around.
So, assassins, ghoul slayer. So, you could do is this. There's probably a little bit of a higher chance that you go up against a human. So you could stay in assassins first. Right? So now we have, right, this whole thing here. Then what you do is you unequip this stuff. Right? You're going to have to figure out some kind of way to mitigate the extra weight that you add doing this. But now, this is full assassins, endurance, sentinels, rangers. And all of them. Well, there's a reflective, but that needs to get changed out. Now, what you could do also is you could just run around in assassins. And if you think you're going up against a ghoul, you just open up your pit boy. And then you switch to it. And there it is. Right? And now you're on full ghoul slayers. Rejuvenators, that's what that was. Rejuvenators is also really good in PvP, by the way. That's also a good option. So you could just switch on the fly like that, but this requires you to carry a lot more weight and power armor pieces. So that might mean that you have to either get rid of Sentinel's 3rd star and replace it with a weight mitigation one, or just you might have to add in a weight mitigation perk card. But at least with this, let's say if you're in full assassins, right? Okay, you think this guy's a ghoul, you can just come into your pit boy, equip them, now you're in full ghoul slayers. So what you could also do is, if you're not sure, you could run maybe half and half. So you could run 3 assassin pieces, 2 ghoul slayer pieces, and then that might give you a little bit more of an overall universal coverage. And then that might buy you a little bit extra time to figure out who you're going up against. And then you can say, all right, now going up against the humans, so assassins. Now you're on all assassins pieces. So, but that's tricky because it requires a lot more weight to be carried and a lot more mods to be used if you want it to be the same across the board. Which again is tricky to pull off. So, but that's the problem, is a lot of the time you're not going to be able to tell who's who, right? But yeah, having the 2 sets of Strangleheart is smart. It is smart. Let's scrap some stuff, and then we'll get our buffs. And then we'll check our intelligence level. Alright, we slept in the bed. We got all of our stuff here.
Sorry.
Alright, let's go through the checklist. Join casual team. Check. Base intelligence at 15, charisma 15. So this is boosting both base, charisma, and intelligence at 15. Invite them, join them on a team, and find out that way before I start. Yeah, you could. Tricky though, because a lot of PvP encounters happen randomly. Either people trying to grief after an event, or somebody with a wanted level or something. You could though, yeah. If you figure out a method for doing that, let me know. But yeah, intelligence, we're starting with base 15. So charisma and intelligence are both maxed out. And then on top of that, charisma and intelligence legendary perk cards are maxed out. Obviously, we want to run Night Person, rank 3. We want Strange in Numbers. We want Inspirational. This is the reason why we're boosting charisma so high, is because XP gained scales with charisma now, so boost the crap out of charisma as well for your XP builds. Magnetic Personality, so that way we can get even more charisma stacked. And then the rest of these are your choice. If you're gonna max out charisma, there's really no reason not to have Suppressor and Tenderizer on here. These two are just phenomenal cards. Just go ahead and max those out, put those on there anyway, honestly. Other options are Chem Fiend. So that way Berry Mentats can last 10 minutes. Which this is super important when you're grinding XP, because if not, you're going to be going through Mentats pretty quick. You don't have to have this one, but it definitely helps. Cola Nut, this is another optional one. You don't have to have this, but if you're using the Nuka Twists, with Cola Nut fully maxed out, you're going to get 3 special stats buffed instead of just 1. And it's going to make it a lot easier for you to use your Nuka Cola Twists to get the intelligence buff, obviously, if you're getting 3 instead of 1. Another optional one is Curator. To increase the length of magazines that you're using. Maybe you have LL8s or even the magazines if you're doing West Tech that boost explosion size, or the magazines that boost damage to super mutants can also help you in there. So Curator is really good for an XP build. So we're running all of that. And then we also have our armor, which is Unyielding Intelligence Cavaliers, all pieces. I actually don't have a 4-star in any of these. Huh. There aren't really many options for 4 stars on regular armor. Which kind of sucks, but that might actually be something we try to do here. Yeah, see, we only have... Really the only ones that make sense... you could use Bruisers or Rangers, depending on what kind of build your XP build is. I've always done melee, two-handed melee, like a Warglaive, as a intelligence build, just because it seems a little bit easier to just run through enemies. So Bruisers on all pieces might make sense for this. But because I'm mostly melee for this intelligence build, limit breaking doesn't make much sense. You could do miasmas. This one's good because miasmas can help you to potentially tag more enemies around you. And the more enemies you tag, the more XP you get, obviously. So it could be that an enemy hits you, causes miasma to proc, and then miasma proccing tags other enemies around you that you haven't engaged or haven't hit yet. So I'd probably recommend for your XP build, for the unyielding armor, to have 1 miasmas. That makes a lot of sense. Rangers, again, same thing with Bruisers. It depends on your build. Runners, garbage. Don't ever use it. Sawbones makes sense. It's really the only... What's the only health regeneration option that you have for regular armor. So... so you could do 1 miasmas, 4 sawbones. Tankies... this kind of depends. If you like tankies and you want to run it, cool. If you're doing a melee build, then it doesn't really make a lot of sense to have tankies because you're running around so much. So then you might do miasmas, 1 miasmas, 4 bruisers, or you could do 1 miasmas, 4 sawbones, or you could do, if you want to do another defensive route, 1 miasmas, 3 sawbones, 1 tankies. Or you could do 1 miasmas, 4 rangers. It's kind of up to you. 1 miasmas, though, is a great option to help to maybe potentially have you tag more enemies around you. So we actually need to put miasmas on one of those pieces. But this is what all these are. All pieces are Unyielding Intelligence Cavaliers. Secret Service, Buttressed, Ultralight build. What kind of paint do we have? Nothing. Alright, that doesn't matter. And then shielded lining, shielded casual Under Armor. Pretty easy to get. If you don't have this, you could probably find one pretty easy from somebody's vendor, or maybe somebody can drop you, or yes, nicely. Could drop a bunch of these. For a grand total of $0, 0 caps. This gives you 3 extra intelligence. So that's the only apparel that we need, which we have covered. The intelligence weapons is going to be the next thing. Again, this kind of depends on how you like to run. How did you forget how to... This depends on... Hold on a sec. Let me get rid of this stuff. Thank you for the 10 basic repair kits. It makes sense to be bloodied, obviously, since you're running full unyielding. So a bloodied as your first prefix makes a lot of sense for your main weapon. Really, the main thing here is just 3rd star intelligence. If you're doing a melee focus build like this, I would advise to pick a traditional 2-handed weapon compared to the auto axe. It's a lot easier to run. Let's just say as an example, it's a lot easier to run through enemies either in expeditions or in West Tech using something like this instead of the auto axe. because you have to wait for the spin up time with the auto axe, and that delays you. This feels a lot quicker, and it's super powerful still, so it's still going to one-shot a lot of enemies. And that's why Bullies is on here. So that way we can attack outside of bats and get extra weak point damage. But really, just as long as the weapon has intelligence, the rest is your preference. This is for West Tech specifically. When we throw the nuka grenades, obviously instigating because we want 100% extra damage. Intelligence is the 3rd star again, but 50% limb damage is the 2nd star because of fracturers. When crippling limbs, they explode and deal up to 50% explosion damage to nearby targets. So this is just trying to... Fracturers is just trying to give a little bit more damage to nearby enemies and boost the nuka grenades even more. And then crippling lets us help fracturers to proc more. So, in my opinion, this is the ultimate weapon to have for West Tech nuka grenades. Personally. Because you also want something that has plus 60% armor penetration. Armor piercing receiver. So, this is the ultimate thing to use when throwing the West Tech grenades. There's no other 4-star that's going to buff the West Tech grenades as much as Fracturers is. Even though you can argue, yes, that Fracturers isn't that much, it still helps a little bit. So, in my opinion, for West Tech, this is the best option to use. The best set of rolls. And then this is just another thing for intelligence grinding. This is just a cremator to tag a bunch of enemies. That's why it has multi-shot barrel. So that way it can hit as many enemies as possible. You could do slow burning tanks, so that way it has more dot damage. So it's kind of a little bit more of a fire from get it kind of thing. Especially when you're spamming this as much as you are to try hit as many enemies as possible. And then because this is bloodied, I chose vampires to get some kind of health regeneration back. Because we're not really using the cremator in this situation to do a lot of damage and kill a lot of enemies. We're just using this to tag, really. But main thing, intelligence. You don't have to use the cremator. Whatever weapon you do use, it needs to have, obviously, intelligence as a 3rd star. So this is the main weapon, personally. So there's our intelligence weapon. Next thing, Kindred Spirit, Lover's Embrace, Well Rested bonus. So you just sleep in a bed, which you can see that we have right here, plus 5% bonus XP. Mothman Tone or Mothman Event. That's actually not going right now. What's actually really great about having the Mothman Event happening this weekend is it's double XP, and the Mothman Event gives you plus 15% Mothman XP bonus instead of 5 from the ones that you get from the camp. So it's like this kind of double whammy of XP potential. Because you can see here, we use this Mothman Tome, we're only going to get 5%. But when we do the Mothman Event on every hour, we get plus 15% XP for an hour. So when that comes around again, we'll update this. But the next thing is Leo's Camp Ally, giving him a Nuka-Cola Cranberry for the Nuka Inspiration buff, which is another 5 XP. You can only do that once a day, so this I'm not going to be able to do that one this time. It's already ran out, but that's another one. The camp items also that you want: Cinematic to boost Charisma, Mechanical Derby Game to boost Intelligence. The next thing, Leaders. We do not have a Leaders going. Now, here's another good question, another good thing to bring up. Should you use a Leaders bobblehead or an Intelligence bobblehead? Well, that's a great question. Thank you so much for asking. It's not like we were about to answer that or anything. Leaders or bobblehead? Or bobblehead, or Intelligence bobblehead. So, Intelligence, the amount of XP that you get from Intelligence scales with your intelligence, yes, but there's also a soft cap on it. The higher level of intelligence you go, the less XP you get per level of intelligence increase. So, if you were to go from 80 to 82 intelligence, for instance, you would get less XP than if you were to go from 30 to 32 intelligence. So, the lower your intelligence, the more beneficial it might be to use an intelligence bobblehead. Now, the amount of XP difference between the 5% from leaders and using an intelligence bobblehead at low levels is probably not that much, but we're talking about min-maxing, boy. I mean, that's what this is all about. It's all about min-maxing every single little thing we can get our hands on. If we can min-max it, it's gonna happen. So, since our intelligence is super high right now, we'll just use leaders. Next thing, egghead active. This is good, convenient timing because I need to redo all their serums anyway. Let's go ahead and repop these. Definitely tell we were doing raids. Random crap comes from. All right. Obviously, you want to make sure you've got egghead. Nope. There it is. You've got egghead going for +8 intelligence. The other thing you want to do is you want to either not have marsupial, which is kind of dumb. Why would you do that? Or you could just use a marsupial serum. Kind of a tongue twister. Marsupial serum. And then get rid of the minus intelligence debuff. So that's what this is. So we have egghead active and we used a marsupial serum. Magazines, the main one you would want is LL8, Live and Love 8. But if you don't have that, then it kind of depends on what you're doing. But you would really just, it would kind of be dealer's choice. If you're doing West Tech runs, you could do, let's see, the magazine that gives you extra damage against super mutants, or you could do, what the hell's that? This one, Tesla Science 3 for extra explosion size. So that way you could potentially hit more super mutants when you throw the nuka grenades. But if you're not doing West Tech, then the magazine you would want is Live and Love 8. If you don't have Live and Love 8, then you would just use whatever you got, pretty much. Probably something that increases health regen or total health to help you stay alive being bloodied a little bit longer. Next thing, this is probably one of the biggest needle movers in this entire XP build, is 4 lunch boxes. If you don't do anything else in any of this, run 4 lunch boxes. This is huge. 100% XP buff. Always make sure those are going when you're grinding XP. Food buffs. Oh, and we don't have any going right now. Okay, okay. This is going to be your main thing. Broiled Scorch Beast Brain. It's going to give you +8 intelligence. If you were herbivore, then you would do brain bombs.
Said there was a headless beast ripping people apart near the lake. How exciting is that, man?
Repop some of these real quick. Energy resist. Luck. Charisma. Carry weight. That's agility, but we'll save that for later. Perception. Crit damage, maybe? Twisty squirrel. Melee damage. Okay. Damn, that is super bloodied. So, if you're carnivore, then you would want Tasty Squirrel Stew for 25%. If you're herbivore, then you would want... what is it called?
You really should
Brain bombs and cranberry relish. So that would give that maxed out. The next thing you would want is, if you're carnivore, Mothman egg omelet to give the big charisma buff. But you could also use slime cake, which is good because that also buffs charisma or any other type of charisma food buff. Charisma helps in the XP that we get, but it's not the main thing. So if you're only using the slime cake and getting +3 charisma, that's fine, whatever. Then berry mentats. So this is a good one too. We get +5 intelligence. Works well with Kim Fiend, obviously, because this lasts 10 minutes. And then Nuka-Cola Twist. So, you can see here we have 3 twists going. Well, you might not be able to see that. There it is. 3 twists going, or 3 buffs from 1 twist. So what we'll do is we'll use the twist until it says plus intelligence. Sometimes it bugs out. There it is. So now, 82. I'm actually missing 1 somewhere. Really weird. How are we missing 1 intelligence? This should be 83. But it's not. Whatever, who knows? It's tough to stay on top of every single thing as far as that's concerned. But crazy idea. Bloodied Ghoul. Huh. Has anybody tried that yet? Is that even possible? Interesting. Interesting idea. Alright, so we're going to do some West Tech first. Oh, okay, this is 82 intelligence without Night Person being active. Wow. Okay, so once Night Person is active, intelligent will actually be 85. But we're going to be hitting 4,000 XP on these super mutants anyway. Miss. Lots of misses. Lots of misses. Oh, that explains why that's... Okay. Alright, let's see. Oh. What's up, dude? Now, this build is a glass cannon build. Actually, no, it's not even the cannon aspect of this isn't even relevant. You're just glass. You're just fragile and you don't do a lot of damage. But it is what it is. Let's see. See what we get. Yeah, Bloodied Ghoul would be interesting. Be interested to try that out. That even makes sense, honestly. Let's see, let's do Martial Artist. And then let's do... I guess we could do Bandolier, whatever. Actually, we might not even need to do that. We might be able to get away throwing a Slugger card on there and not being over encumbered. Oh, he gonna max cap it? He gonna max cap it. Yep, there it is. Alright. 4,000. Which is funny because it's double XP, it's a hell of a lot hard, or a hell of a lot easier to hit 4,000 anyway. But this is Definitely overkill. But yeah, see, with the traditional two-handed weapon, it's a lot easier to just run around, hit them pretty quickly compared to the auto axe where you would have to wait for it to spool up every time. Again, it's just preference. You could do this with commando. You could do this with heavy weapons. Throw the grenade, go down the elevator. Let's see how much XP this is. It should be a lot. 32,000. That's not bad. Also, don't forget to turn in your technical data during double XP. If you haven't already. Smack. Big smack. And then let's see if this guy's over here. Oh, there he is.
Soon, human.
Tried a few days ago. You get unyielding buff, but I don't think you get the damage. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, so you would get unyielding, you would get nerd rage, bloodied weapons. You would get brick wall, which is awesome. This person. No. No. This is gonna suck because the camp that doesn't have a vendor is blocked. We can just delete the vendor on this camp for now. But yeah, so you would be a ghoul and you would have bloodied weapons, you would have nerd rage, adrenal reaction, you would have... What else? Bloodied, nerd rage, unyielding. Anything, obviously, that consumes glow would be counterproductive, right? Or, wait, would it just consume glow? Or would it also, does it also consume radiation in general? So if you're not glowing, does it consume it? Oh, actually, hold on. Let's see what magazine we need to use. Oh, that's right, we don't have a magazine going. So we're gonna use explosion size, since we're throwing nuka grenades right now. Wow. That explosion size might be helping, because that's definitely a lot more than it was last time. 28,000. The actual damage buff from Bloodied isn't applied? What? That's weird. Why would it do that? It must be bugged. Maybe they just assumed that nobody was gonna be bloodied. As a ghoul? That's kind of weird. Oh, somebody sharing Wild West hands. Nice. Oh, yeah. Okay, this is done.
No.
Oh, maybe not. Alright, so let's switch back to this camp. Bloodied Ghoul. Bloody didn't work at all. Very strange. Gotta bounce. Hope you have a good night too, bud. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for putting the idea out there about bloodied ghouls. It's an interesting one for sure. Alright, let's get rid of a bunch of stuff so that way we don't have to have as many weight mitigation cards. Now we can use martial artist and then plugger. Okay. 82. Just went down to 81. Weird. Oh, somebody just left the team. Okay.
No.
So the max intelligence now is 85, looks like. Oh. Sick, dude. Nice. Just spam it. When in doubt, spam it out. Alright, we're gonna have to redo these rads. This is nuts. Where's the grape? Where's the grape? Alright. That's a lot better. Nocty Beard, what up, dude? Dude. The gorgeous man hath returned. You talking about yourself? That's good. We should always have kind words to say about ourselves. Good for you. Positive self-talk. Smack. We getting over encumbered so easy. How dare you? I just gotta stop taking all, honestly. Unless it's a legendary. Plus take all waste time. So might as well not waste time. Save time. Don't pick the stuff up. No, you. No. You. Wizard. You're a wizard, Harry. You are. Get out of here. Yeah, nice try. You suck. Can't even walk through a door correctly. What a donk. You know what's nuts is with double XP and all this intelligence and XP buffs going, the level 60 supermoons down in the basement give you as much XP as the level 100s normally do. That's pretty crazy. Sneak attack. Very effect. Yeah, the limb damage one that they're adding is pretty interesting. What is it? More damage the more the enemy is crippled, right? $82. Oh, actually, it is... Okay, so the max is 86. Wait. What time is it? Oh, no. This is, Nuka Grape with the resub. Thank you very much. That means a lot.
I hear something.
Ooh, that was a big one. Oh, wow.
Let's play.
Wow. Wow, dude. Hey, spoiler alert. It's not all about you. Steaming. Start steaming. Yeah, actually, you're right. No steaming has happened until you came back. And now all of a sudden, just steaming left and right. Unstoppable steam coming out of these ears. When is it ever gonna end? Max steam ahead. Full steam ahead. Get out of here. What are you still doing back here, bud? What? The hell was that? How did he not? Okay. It is. It's all about Nuka Grape. She's amazing. You know what? There's no lies there. Those lies to be hads. All lies considered. All lies, no lies. Real lies, realize, real eyes. How does that go? Is that how that goes? Alright, where are we at? Nighttime. 8:03 p.m. Okay, earlier, when Night Person was not procced, we were at 82. Intelligence. So, we should be at 85. Where's the other ones at? Ooh, Mothman. We need to get that plus 15%, even though we're doing 4,000 per enemy anyway. Doesn't matter. Need all of it. Every single buff. All of them. Even Nocti said so. See? Even Nocti said so. Okay. He's right. Where's the lies? Because remember, again, realize.
The heretics bring foul brutes with them. Let not your eyes deceive you. All you see before you
Must die.
no matter its
All you see before you must die.
the will of the false ones.
Yes, I am yelling. Nice.
The
What else is new?
ones are headed toward
Blow it
the
out your
waterside
ass.
fire, children. You must protect it.
You must protect them. Quickly. However brief it may be. Most try-hard voice actor award goes to...
Leave no pyre unguarded. Leave no heretic left standing.
Alright, what are we missing here? Night person is going. We're in a casual team of 4 people. We have an intelligence weapon. Oh, wait. Oh, our graphic settings are too high. Or 1080 Ti is on its last leg. It requires the lower graphic settings now. Not just because the card is old and it's dated, it's because the card's actually going bad. If the card was not going bad, it would still do fine, but it's actually needs to get replaced. It was a good 8 years, bud. RIP. Real size, realize. Whoa, burn on me. Hey, why you guys roasting each other in the comment section now? Damn. Just kidding. Go for it. Roast away. This is not a roast-free environment. Oh. Wait, who? Oh, okay. Yeah. Anyway, still stands. This is not a roast-free environment.
Wise one draws near.
Not a roast-free environment.
Here waits our
Roasts welcome.
quickly, children.
Quickly, children.
Me upon the
Come to me upon the village's rooftop.
must invite
We must invite him to show him his booty. Wise Mothman.
did our invitation.
However brief it may be.
Your intellect. Come, children. Allow the wise one to gaze upon you. Bask in his infinite wisdom.
Infinite wisdom. Talk like that. Alright. Now there's our 15%, which we completely needed. Absolutely needed that extra 10% XP, or else we were never going to level up. Ever, under any circumstance. What are we missing? Shielded casual, unyielding gear is still there. Egghead is still active. Might be a bug, honestly. Yeah, Egghead is there. Marsupial is there. Live and Love 8, Lunchbox. Well, it doesn't really matter. Those don't affect the total intelligence number. This is good. Oh, okay. We need to redo lunchboxes. We need to do... how many more? 2? Could have done it in the event, but you know what? Whoops. The best lunchboxes are the ones that you share with nobody. Alright. Horse Beast Brain's still there. Always really tough to figure out what's missing. 25%'s there. We have charisma going. All right. Yep, charisma going. Very Mentats. 83. Really strange. We were at 82 without Night Person. Oh. Funny when people pop lunch boxes at the end of an event. It's even, which is worse, when they pop it at the end of the event or when they pop it in a soloed instance by themselves? Which one's worse? Peril Queen has better follows than the Metalweasel blindfolded. That's the only roast. That's not even a roast, it's just facts. Honestly. Is it a roast if you're just stating scientific evidence? Alright, intelligence boost from camp is still there. Yeah, all of our buffs are here. This should say 85, but it doesn't. Whatever. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Swing and a miss. Where's the... We need a swing and a miss sound clip. Soundboard. So every time the Warglaive misses, we play that. Oh god. Whoa. That was not good. Try that again. Actually, no, it cleared everybody out still. Yep. Tornado went through your area. Dude, that's nuts. Seems like that's been happening more lately. We had, within about 1 to 2 weeks of each other, there was that first squall line that went across the southeast, and then that second squall line came across the southeast about a week later. We had tornado warnings both times, but the last time that it came through, it was the tornado warning cone. We were in the middle of it. On the Weather Channel site. Pretty nuts. Thankfully, it didn't come this way, but it was right down the road. So it's good to hear that that one missed you guys too. Pretty crazy, man. Here's a scary. Ooh, yeah. Big yikes. Especially when it's at night and it's raining. So you can't even see them. F that in the A. Big scare. Big nope. Big nope funnel. Big no funnel. Alright. Not gonna do West Tech the whole time, but doing West Tech a little bit is still fun. What do you guys think? Do you guys do West Tech still? If you're gonna do West Tech, obviously you get the most out of it doing it on double XP, because you don't have to have 83 intelligence in order to hit the cap of 4,000 XP per enemy, which is sick. Mm. 29,000. Big old ding. Where you guys at? Where you guys at? Run back to the top of the stairs, respawn. How dare you mess with that? You mean the intelligence went from 83 to 82? Sick of it. Unreal. Unbelievable. How dare you? We're not going to get any XP now. Actually, hold on. I need to put a... Where is the cinematic? That thing at? Miscellaneous or floor decor? Where's the symptomatic? That. Oh. The barrel with a dude hanging out of it. I want it just destroyed. Why is this in floor decor? But it... What the heck is this? Wow. That is, something. Not the symptomatic, the scent-o-matic. The thing that gives charisma. The perfume thing. What is it? That's scent-o-matic, right? Isn't that what it is? What is that? Has to be... I mean, we could just use this for now, but this takes forever. Is it resources? Probably. It makes sense that it would be under here, but it's not. Because that would make too much sense. Test your guns, biatch. Is this buff? Hey, it's big ass. Look at this flat pancake big head having ass. God. Look, you can see in it almost. You can almost glitch in it. Look at that. You can glitch in it and see. This is how you PvP and figure out if somebody's a ghoul or not. You just glitch into their face and then you can see their wrinkly ass skin underneath. Oh, okay. See, now we know Nocti's a beard, so we're going to put on our Ghoul Slayer set. They look at this game, dude. Okay. Okay, the charisma boost from the arm machine is the same as the perfume one. Okay. God. How did we lose? We still got night person. It doesn't matter. That's nuts. Floor decor. Yeah? We must have scrolled past it. Who's there? Somebody join. Nocti, join the team. Dude, look at you. Already ahead. Already on top of it. What a team player. I wish a buckethead would show up. I'd rip his heads clean off. I'd rip his legs clean off. I wish a buckethead would show up. I'd rip his... What? I wish a buckethead would show up. I'd rip his... right off. Hey, I wish a buckethead would show up, man. I'd rip his... I'd knock his block right off. Just knock his block right off his head. And then, he ain't got nothing else. Cause his bucket is gone and his head is gone.
So small, so weak.
I wish a buckethead would show up. Instantly dies to a single grenade. I can't wait to finally... That looked like you typed up something else. Not going to say what it was, though. In mass for canned foods. That's going to be pretty nuts. Canned items are going to be pretty heavy, but it's still going to be awesome to have that as an option. Serendipity has really been putting in a lot of work against those suiciders.
Time.
Caravan. Okay. You want to run it? Or are you waiting on it? I haven't done a caravan in a while. Wait, what's saying? Oh, are you were talking about the buckethead thing, right? Is that what you're talking about? I wish a buckethead would show up. Doing one a day mostly. Nice. Where you at? I haven't done a caravan in a while. Run it. This is a badass area of the map anyway. The bad route anyways. Why is that the one that gets stuck and glitches or something, or? Oh. Oh yeah, we need to be doing challenges because there's a score boost going. Eat a vegetable. You know what? It'll be easier to do this daily ops one, honestly. Collect legendary modules. Harvest a wild... Okay, these are all super easy. That's fine. Destroy a robot. Daily quest. Okay. You started encrypted. Dude. Unreal, dude.
Oops, this sucks.
Wow. Unbelievable. How many modules do you have? You really need 5 more? Do you? Do you really, though? Do you? Huh? All right, let's do encrypted first. And then we're going to come back. And then we shall come back. Encrypted isn't going to take that long. I only have 10,987. Life's tough. Then you die.
Alright, listen up, agents. If you're hearing this, that means I left
Only 75 intelligence.
That don't sit well with me.
What on earth? Unacceptable. 82. More like it. Oh, 83. Pretty sure 83 is the max. It seems like the max should be 85 or 86, but I just haven't been able to get to that. So it could be a bug. Because we have everything. Every single thing that you can have. We'll redo a Barry Mentats.
You'll need all 3 active to down it. Good luck. Hope you fare better than I did.
+2 charisma. Okay. Uh-oh. No. We will not survive that. We will not survive that a hit from this dude. Normally, we'll tank this and just stand there, but yeah, he's already... Yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Hey, bud. He's like, oh, you're a bloody build? Hey, come here. Come here, bud. Well, we are aggro on him, but you know what? Oh, shiz. Oh, darn. Oh, Lord. Collect a microscope. Oh, sick! That was the real reason why you did encrypted, wasn't it? So you could complete that challenge. Robots galore. Nice. Skyline Valley region. Okay. We will go back down. Oh, your caravan's done. Okay. Whoa. Damn. It's very far up there. Pretty sick. I needed to destroy robots. You smart. You smart. That's why you have 10,978 legendary modules. Because you smart. This is a cool place. This is a really sick place to build a camp. One of the main reasons for that too is because nothing spawns up here. So you get a lot better performance from the game. A lot more FPS. The game just runs smoother because it doesn't have nearly as much shit to generate. This is cool. Oh, you like them waterfalls, don't you? Mm-hmm. He like him some waterfalls. Okay, he's not done with the inside yet, but that's fine. He's still working on it. This looks cool, though. Not my under construction camp. Ha ha! Showed it off on stream. Ha ha! Ha ha ha!
You suck.
Kidding. That wasn't very nice, Duke. Why'd you say that? Need to get some more perk points so we can level up our last special and legendary card, which is pretty sure it's perception is the only one that's left now to rank up. Yep. And then honestly might start ranking up the other ones and maxing them out just to do it, even though the rest of them suck. But that at least gives some kind of reasoning behind grinding for XP, right? Terminator, dude. No way. Alright, if it's not animated, we can just get rid of it and get some points. Non-animated refractor buy, rifleman buy, sniper buy, tank killer buy. We can just get all those back. We need concentrated fire. Buy. Whatever. We can just get it back. Adamantium skeleton. Not animated, don't care. There we go. Now. Oh, shit. Wait. We're gonna need to... Oh, nope. It'll let us do it. Bam. Now they're all maxed out. Now we can't even unequip it because we use so many perk points. Whatever. Alright, we'll just get another one. Quack Surge and reprieve with papers with liquor. That's so funny. Campus at the bottom of the map. It has a bathroom hook forever to place. It looks awesome. It's a badass spot. Some of the best camps are the ones... Regenerate HP while on a team based on charisma. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Well, since we have stupid high... Oh, he moved it. He said, get that crap off stream. He said, get that crap off your stream. How dare you show my under construction camp on stream? Get it out of here. That is a badass spot, though. Alright. So now we're going to take this off. We're going to put on taking one for the team. Oh, wait. We also could have been running Detonation Contagion. Throw an explosive 50% sets to explode to get more nuka grenade buffs. Completely forgot about that. He did. Get that shit off screen. Oh, man. Where do we have points to put stuff, though? Honestly. There is not anything to put anywhere. There's nothing. Alright, let's see what else we can get rid of. Tenderizer, Spiritual Healer. That's pretty cool. Overly Generous. We have a lot of rads, so it makes sense to use this. Let's see how much Spiritual Healer is doing. If we're at 54 Charisma, pretty freaking high. Spiritual Healer is giving us plus 0.79 HP per second, which is... Let's use Sweet Potato Stew. 25%. Okay. So sweet potato stew is based on a percentage. Spiritual healer is based off of a fixed amount, but that's almost 1 HP per second. When you're bloodied, that's a decent percentage of your total HP pool. So we have 109 health right now. If we have, let's actually do the math real quick. 109 health is bloodied, divided by 0.79. So that would take 137 seconds to replenish, which is a little over 2 minutes. I mean, whatever. It's probably better than bodyguards, honestly. Actually, let's see. Let's do bodyguards. Let's see how much bodyguards has given us at 54 charisma. 91 damage resist, 91 energy resist. That's not bad. What do you guys think? 91 energy and damage resistance from bodyguards, or plus 0.8 HP per second with spiritual healer? What do you guys think? Probably going to take off Team Medic, because a lot of people are ghouls. So what we could actually do is we could just run spiritual healer and bodyguards. Boom! There you go. Bada bing! Spiritual healer lowers AP. What? AP 644. AP 644. Sure about that, bud? Maybe it did at one point. That maybe they patched it. So bodyguards, that seems to be working fine. Oh, this is so messed up to run that one. We should run that one. Spiritual healer. There aren't really a lot of other options here. Hard bargain, honestly, because that stacks with charisma. One partner. Well, no, that doesn't stack. It's just a fixed amount. We could run friendly fire rank 1 since we're spamming the cremator at events. Not really a lot of other things here, though, to be utilized, honestly. There's not much in charisma. Let's see what we might be missing. Disease cures have a... no. We have that. We have... this one might actually be decent, because eating a lot of food, drinking a lot of things. Now, if you're somebody that doesn't eat food or drink, then this probably wouldn't be that much useful. Squad maneuvers, trash. Wasteland Whisper. Okay, this is really the only one that kind of makes sense. But whatever, we'll just go with Philanthropist for now. Alright. Let's see. Let's do Master Slugger. Alright. Where are we at on buffs? Buff check. Lunchbox has got 30 minutes. Sleep bonus. Mothman bonus. We still got 8 minutes on the serums. World Scorch Beast Brains there. Tasty Squirrel Stew's there. Okay. Leaders is going. Yep. Mentats is going. Oh, what are we missing here? Redo this. That might be the intelligence that we're missing. Or, no, it could be that it's during the day and night person isn't proc. That might be where that 3 intelligence has gone to. Actually, Nuka twist! Bada bing! Alright, so we have the intel. Okay, so that didn't increase it, so that was still going. Alright, so let's do this. Do twist. Ooh, they being stingy right now. There it is. Okay. And it is during the day, so night person isn't proc. So if night person was procced right now, we'd be at 85 intelligence. Friends were PP, messed around with each other, but he had the gun, shredder, but he wouldn't tell me the mods. Can you tell me what's the best mods for it to kill my friend? Gladly. Alright. This right here. Anti-armor, bashers. The 3rd star, you can kind of do whatever. Strength does not scale anymore with the shredder damage, so don't use strength as a 3rd star. Endurance is great because it increases tankiness a little bit, but then you would want... Actually, no, back up, back up, back up, back up. Here it is. Pinpointers as the 4th star. Pinpointers and fractures are the only 2 4 stars that work on the shredder. You also want accelerated barrel. For whatever reason, accelerated barrel on the shredder does more damage per hit than the standard barrel and the prime barrel. Even though with the prime barrel, the damage right here increases, and the accelerated barrel is supposed to increase the fire rate. For whatever reason, accelerated barrel increases the damage per hit. So you would want anti-armor, bashers, 3rd star of choice, pinpointers, accelerated barrel, obviously shredder. This is the one. This is the one you want to screenshot. This is just the secondary option because fracturers also works for the shredder, but it doesn't really make that much sense. But this is the one that you want. It also could be that your friend was a ghoul. And right now, the Ghoul card that boosts damage of the bash damage by 50% is actually doing multiplicative damage. So, unless they patched it, they might be trying to patch it in the future, who knows? But if he's a Ghoul and he's using that perk card, the Shredder is going to do a lot of damage. Now, the Shredder is very picky as to what works with it and what doesn't. So, we're going to pull this up real quick. Let's see. Shredder Ghoul. I actually kind of started to make a video about this and then stopped for some reason. I need to finish this video. Shredder notes. Here's what works on the Shredder minigun. Bashers, anti-armor, pinpointers, accelerated barrel. Also, Syringer and Tesla debuffs. So if you're using the Syringer to debuff his armor, his damage resistance, and or the Tesla cannon, use those as well. That will also increase the total damage of the Shredder by debuffing the enemy. Twisted Muscles mutation. Even though it doesn't say it boosts bash damage, it does. So make sure you're running Twisted Muscles. Strange in Numbers also works with the Shredder. You just need to obviously have one other mutated person on the team. Taking one for the team boosts the Shredder damage. So make sure there's one other person on the team. Basher is the other card in Strength that boosts the bash damage. So make sure you're using that one. Radioactive Strength, that's what it's called for ghouls. Make sure you have, if you're a ghoul, you have Radioactive Strength on. Gunslinger is another perk card. Actually, no, I'm not in that screen right now. Gunslinger is another perk card that increases the damage of the Shredder for whatever reason. Covert Ops. This one might be tricky to pull off in PvP because you need to be sneaking, but Covert Ops also increases the damage shredder. So you can do shredder sneak damage and get that 2 times, 3 times bonus, whatever it is. So that'll work. The last one, the last perk card that'll work is Faulty Spots, which is in luck. This is a Ghoul card. So again, this depends on if you're a Ghoul or not, but etc. Those are the only thing that work to boost the shredder damage. Chems don't work. Increasing strength doesn't work. Just those things that were listed right now. So if you boost all those things, and especially if you're a Ghoul, you'll be doing max damage with the shredder, and he'll be like, what the hell just happened? Just earned a follower. I appreciate it, bud. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Happy to help, man. The shredder, especially with the shredder, man, because the shredder is very strange in the things that it works with and the things that it doesn't work with. So, yeah. Lawanderer, are you a Ghoul character on this, or are you a human? The heck happened? Really weird. Lost sound or something. Nope. Okay. Sound is working. The game just bugged out. Got to restart. Yeah, you're a Ghoul. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Radioactive strength is the big one. For whatever reason, radioactive strength is doing multiplicative damage. So it's not just doing 50% additive. The map... What the hell is this? This is, something really weird is happening right now. All audio from the game has disappeared.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Hello? Hello? Okay. Okay. All right. Now we got to figure it out. Right? Isn't that it? Yeah. Obviously, there's a lot of chaos happening in the background, but we got to figure it out. Let's try this. Yeah. Oh, there it is. No idea what caused that to start working properly. Thanks, Fallout. We're going to blame Fallout for that. When in doubt, blame Fallout. All right. Actually, we need to probably take advantage of double XP on the Ghoul character, too. Honestly. Probably need to do that. Probably just need to switch to the Ghoul character for serious. Yeah, you know what? We'll do that. We'll switch to the Ghoul for a little bit. Especially considering Lawander was talking about being a Ghoul with the Shredder. Let's do that. Let's just go ahead and do that. Let's just go ahead and switch. Boom. Down to my game sometimes. It makes sense. Yeah. Undressing his computer for us. Take it off, biatch. You dropped some dookie drops? Are you announcing to chat that you have to take a number 2, or are you talking about dropping a nuke? Or is that what you call taking a number 2? The hell? Oh. That's right. That's completely right. I did a full set of Ghoul Slayer's Brotherhood of Steel T60 armor for the Ghoul. With the ridiculously rare initiate paint. That's right. That's right. This all has Cavaliers, though. Needs Sentinels. Anyway, whatever. That's hilarious. So, this is kind of... Maybe this will show it. Let's see. Let's go back to camp. Number 2. Is your Twitch the same name as your... Yes. I like Twitch better, to be honest. That's perfectly fine, dude. Yeah. Go what you do. Do what you do. Do what you like. That's why there's 2 of them. So you can pick whichever one you prefer the most. Options. We got plenty of options here. But yes, it's the same on all of them. It is Metalweasel on YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and at some point this year, it's going to be Metalweasel on Spotify. Ooh. What's he cooking up? Sentinels. You need them nuka. Yeah, she has a few to spare, right? Just a few. So, Jet Enjoyer, thank you for that hot follow. So, here was the Shredder build. I originally was going to make a video a Ghoul Shredder video. Ghoul Shredder build, kind of based around PvP, kind of, more or less, but whatever. This was part of it for now. These are the legendary cards, so they're not all maxed out yet because this is a new character. But you get the idea. This was going to utilize a combination of Choo-Choos and the Shredder. So that's why we have Pain Train here. That's why we have Basher. Most importantly, Radioactive Strength. Where are you at? Oh. So this was going to be a Shredder Choo-Choos Ghoul build. Need to finish this video. But Brick Wall, of course, because being immune to staggering is one of the big reasons to be a Ghoul, honestly. Radioactive Strength, 150% more damage while bashing, and this is multiplicative. There was some times where I was comparing turning this on and off with the Shredder, where it would increase the damage anywhere from 600 to 1,000%. Ridiculous. Watch that back. Which will... Okay, that works. Is that good? Yes. Concentrated fire, that was just for ranged weapons, in case you needed to shoot something out of the sky. Glow sight. Glow sight does not work with the Basher, but this was just to have it on there, really. Breathe it in. Yeah. Life Giver, Ironclad, Through Hiker, Fireproof, Radiation Power. Does not work with the Shredder, but this is also for the other weapons that we're going to use, like the ranged weapons, like the Cold Shoulder, for instance. I think with this build, the Cold Shoulder is the main ranged weapon that we're using. So that just helps the Cold Shoulder glowing out to get more rads from Toxic Goo. Suppressor, Tenderizer, Strange in Numbers, Party Boy. This is just kind of based on Party Boys to make more, to get more from Nuka Dark or Vodka. Strange in Number works with the Shredder, obviously, so we'll use that. Tenderizers does not work with the Shredder, but this is a good card for our other weapons. Stable Tools to have the Shredder not break as much. Gunslinger, which does work for the Shredder. Packing Light, because that gives us plus 25% AP bonus for one rank instead of the comparable one. Action Boy, Action Girl, Action Ghoul, which only gives us 15% for one rank. Enforcer for the Cold Shoulder to get more limb crimpling, Dodgy, because it's a great card. Use Dodgy while you can, because they're about to change this and it's about to suck. So use Dodgy now while you can. Action Ghoul, just to have a little more AP refresh. Faulty Spots, because that works with the Shredder. And then Wild West Hands to occasionally get free reloads with the Cold Shoulder. We could actually do here is, we'll keep Glow Sight on. But yeah, so this is pretty much supposed to be a Pain Train / Choo-Choos build. So to have Choo-Choos on all 5 pieces, and then combine that with the Shredder. So, and then of course you have to make it the T60 armor because Brotherhood loves ghouls.
Hey.
Irony. How many fusion cores do we have? Ooh, ouch. Need some more of those. Yeah, the power armor is a must for this build. But yeah, that's the Shredder build. Now, granted, that is a little more, but that's not necessarily for PvP. That's just kind of more based on eventually getting Choo-Choos on it. But you might be able to still swing some Choo-Choos in PvP a little bit. Yep. And we also have the Tesla cannon for more debuff to let the shredder do more damage. The syringer danger all to debuff even more, have even more damage for the shredder. And then the cold shoulder is just for range. This is a very fast firing cold shoulder too. Cold shoulder. You can get the cold shoulder from the Atom Shop. You go to Atom Shop, you go down to account. Come on. Come on. Come on. And that's where you get it. Now, yes, this takes atoms, but the cool thing about buying this weapon on the Atom Shop is that all your characters have access to it. So if you created a brand new character right now, you would have access to the cold shoulder and the auto axe if you bought them on the Atom Shop.
Go, ignite
if you don't want to use atoms, you can get it from Googling where to get it from without atoms. Unless somebody else in chat knows.
Ah, yes. The flames of our fires ignite the moth dust.
It's just
enlightenment, however
brief it may be.
Breathe, children. Breathe. See the world now.
Vodka, candy,
Children.
psycho buff.
Let the dust and flames and fumes.
Oh, actually, no. We need to be using berry mentats right now.
Let it soak into your throat.
Right.
Let it show you the truth. But prepare yourselves, for the heretic dim ones will be enraged by this vision. The reality of our wise one will send them into a frenzy. You must protect our sacred lights, the pyres, from those wretched things.
The wedding ring, that's
Without
right.
the fire's glow, our guest may refuse our invitation. The dim ones approach the church. Slay them, children. Offer no quarter.
Stamps. Ah, that's right. It is stamps. Yeah. Nocti coming in clutch.
Your eyes deceive you. All you see before you, the sky.
Check it out.
Matter its shape. These twisted shadows all serve the will of the false one.
Dude, Wild West hands with a cold shoulder is so fun. Especially if you run the DPS one. Anybody got lunch boxes they can use?
These unwavering fools attack from all sides. Leave no pyre unguarded. Leave no heretic left standing.
Nice. Which? This one has agility on it because action points are pretty tough to come by with a ghoul. That's right. This one just needs pinpointers. Even then, it's like it doesn't even matter against these trash mobs. Because they just go down so quick. Thanks to whoever used the lunch boxes, by the way. How many was that? Nice! However brief it may be. Constant min-max. Damn, that passive aggressiveness. I love how Weasel is always in his pit boy instead of doing the damn events.
The wise one draws near. Here waits the signal. Quickly, children. Return to me upon the museum.
Yep.
Him to us to show him our love and our gratitude. Dance, sing, shout.
Get crapped on.
Show anything.
Show anything! Dude is so aggressive. Calm the freak down, dude. Thank you for the lunchboxes pills. That's a huge help. Why don't you do raids? We did raids earlier per snake. Actually, we're actually doing the snake thing, and we're hitting 300 XP easily. It'd actually be pretty cool to run some raids right now if anybody's down with the ghoul. Not really. Don't have the right loadouts to be super effective in a raid right now, but yeah, either way. Damage resist at night. Oh, we definitely need that. And my camp is conveniently finished for your buff usage. Thanks. Downtown. When you reach, let's say, every 1,000 levels, you should be rewarded with something extra. And then there will be a purpose of ranking up. You're right. You're right. That would be cool. It should be a challenge, right? So instead of, for instance, this ridiculous challenge, right? This should be, it could be something like that. Maybe you get even a small amount of atoms or something for every 1,000, or maybe you get a Nuka-Cola pack or some lunch boxes or something. Scouts banners actually would be cool, because you don't really come across Scouts banners that often. That is a good idea. Where y'all going? What are y'all doing? Private. Okay. Okay. Server's kind of laggy right now anyway, so...
Life is an adventure.
Oop, didn't want to take any of that stuff. Actually, we can scrap this. Let's do, get rid of... Drop off some of that. Drop off the junk. Drop off this stuff. Let's learn the new plans and then go to that private server.
Survival project a success.
House we got 11,000. Whatever.
Artisan's Corner is the place for creative hands-on learning, and the wilderness survival.
Yeah. Okay, well, whenever you guys are ready to go to the private, just run it.
Prepare for danger. Prepare for adventure. Prepare for survival.
Ooh, United Ordeal is a good one to share. Yeah, we could take off Glow Sight and use your United Ordeal. Makes more sense. Right? Doesn't it? I mean, granted, this is based on kind of GVG. But, yeah. And nothing in United Ordeal that's gonna... Nothing that United Ordeal is gonna boost is going to give us more basher damage, but we could get more health, which is great, because ghouls have 2 health bar through the endurance buff, and then the agility buff is also needed, because having high agility points is tough also. As a ghoul. Pills, did you create the private? Okay. Oh, whoops. Wait. Wait a second. Oh. What are you guys doing? Huh? Okay, there it is. Private, gotta join it. Unreal. Dude, the faster fire rate cold shoulder is so fun. Bah, 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 bah. Big fun. Max enjoyment. Big dopamine. What can we do to this armor, actually? Optimized bracers, reactive plates, melee damage reflection. Okay, that one's pretty cool. Kinetic servos. Interesting. This one I was just kind of testing, but... Oh! That's right. Why do like all of these have Cavaliers? Wait. Did I make this on the main account and then mule it over to this? Is that why? That makes sense. That would explain why all these are kind of all over the place. And that would explain why they all have Cavaliers, because I used to run all Cavaliers before they changed it. So now this would either be... No, this makes sense, actually. That's right, because this was supposed to be a Choo-Choo's build. Okay. So that's why that's why kinetic servos was on here. That was just to try something different. Okay, whatever. Whether or not kinetic servos is actually worth it, but whatever. It's just worth seeing what's up, trying something different. What are we doing here? Are we doing the snake, or are we just doing the full thing? You guys think? Oh, thick. Redder Choo-Choo. Oh, this was supposed to be the that's why that was there. Okay, this was supposed to be the Ghoul PvP build. So we'll put glow sights back. That's why. Okay, now Shredder Choo-Choo. Bullet shield does not work with the Shredder. Weird. Okay. Whatever. All these builds are kind of a mess. Wait, what? Any weapons that are worth anything, really? There's a dragon, which is good for crippling. Furious does not work. So that needs to get changed. Could use could use a 50 cal for some ranged stuff. Alright, what does this take? 50 balls, ultrasight 50. 50. Alright, let's run that. Wait, what? Oh, that's right. It's not the 50 rounds, it's the... Oh, there's only 7 of those. Saved up. That's cool. Bit of a slower for the feral meter. I've never noticed that card in Charisma before. Used to fill it. Interesting. Yeah, that card is, if you got the points in Charisma and nothing else to use, perhaps, but kind of a lower tier one. It definitely shouldn't take priority over something like Suppressors or Tenderizer or something. Nice. Grabbed them canisters. grabbed them thar canisters, though. Where's Stash?
Where the river's made of quantum.
Yep. Boom. Oh. Nice. Yeah, the Radiant Hills gas canisters. Hills has some, pretty sure. AFK, no worries. Do your thing. Do your thing! Oh. Now area chats or chat is working. Oh, interesting. Huh. Heck yeah, first raid as a ghoul. What weapon options do we have here?
This is an automated message. Evacuation is
tradable.
in progress.
Yeah,
Please
Plaz.
proceed to the nearest exit in an orderly manner.
Intelligence heavy gun. Ah, okay. Nice. Nice. Okay. Cool. Double XP, so we'll share night person. Alright, let's see. Let's compare damage. We'll compare damage from the... Oh. Wait. Maybe not. Never mind. That was a lie.
Alert. Unauthorized personnel detected.
Alright, we got a leaders going. We have no... Uh-oh. No mutations. Uh-oh. Alright, let's do, Why are you not firing the weapon? Why is the weapon not shooting? What the heck was that, dude? That was really weird. Dang. Character face. Oh, yeah. It won't let me go to the menu. Charisma max intelligence for XP build. Tesla cannon's my main XP farming. Nice. Tesla cannon's a good one. That and the cremator for sure. Tesla cannon's just fun to use. Even despite the fact that it got severely castrated from Fallout 4. Dude, using the Tesla cannon in Fallout 4 is like firing a howitzer. It's like firing artillery. It's insane. And then you use the Tesla cannon in this game, and it's like a child's toy. But it's still fun to use. Still fun to use. Hey, Mark West, what's your charisma and intelligence usually around, numbers wise, for that XP build? Alright. Perk card packs. Definitely want to open these. Nice. Animated glowing one. Okay. Alright, what do we want here? We want Pain Train. Since Pain Train can stagger them. Definitely want to use that one. Oh, that's got a weird scope on it.
Low fuel, drilling suspended. Please add fuel to resume operation. Uh-oh. 3 more? 4 more? You suck. .45 intelligence when I only use Berryman. Nice. Nice! Nice, nice, nice. Caution. Increased hostile presence detected.
Sick! Another perk pack. Perk pack. Arms of Steel. Anybody messed around with this one? Is this even worth using? Once it actually hit the live game. Fortune Finder. Oh, sick. Hey guys. Beard, what you doing? What you doing, Nocty Beard?
System access restored. Routine security scan initiated. Scan complete. Unauthorized personnel detected. Command center compromised. System detects insufficient countermeasures. Pursuing emergency security protocol. Stand by.
Oh wait, that's right. I don't have on the card that you need for this radioactive strength. Hey, bud.
Shield generator online. Defensive measures restored.
What? All right. Weird.
Shield generators online. Security is now open. Shield generator online. Defensive measures restored.
Octa's on it.
Warning. Shield generators offline. Security is now vulnerable.
Jeez, these levels though. Wow. It's every time we complete it, 5 ranks for a perk pack. 5 ranks for a perk pack. That's nuts. Shredder go brrrr. Weasel is had to put on the perk pack. 2 perk packs? Wow. Had to put on radioactive strength to do that shredder damage though. All right, what is master? Okay, regular heavy gunner is the one then. Yep. All right. Pretty sure. What else can we put in intelligence? Wait, stabilized works with the shredder, doesn't it?
Alert. Hostile breach detected.
Yeah, that's right.
Lockdown
Stabilized
initiated.
works.
Lockdown will persist until hostile
Right.
presence is removed.
Oh, nice rubber banding, dude. Sick. All right. Well, since we can't switch loadouts into Snake because that's glitched for whatever reason, we will try to make changes here. What do we need? Let's do bullet shield rank 4. Is that everybody? Get over this guy. Okay, pills, do your thing. No sweat. Oh, yeah, wait, this guy's gone. Oh, wait, we got these over here.
Hostile presence nullified. Lifting lockdown measures.
Jeez. Nuts, this XP. It says, this is only what? 52 intelligence? That's actually pretty high for power armor. This might hit the cap. 300,000 XP. Ooh, woo! It might. It just might. What's the twist doing right now? Perception and charisma. There we go. Now it's 51. Okay. What do we got? Leaders. Do we have any magazines to use? No. Scout's life. Rad and just resistance. That's actually the opposite of what we want to use. 5 intelligence. Nice. That makes sense. Yeah. Especially with the lunch boxes going. And Mothman 15%. Oh, yeah. This is going to be huge. I'm going to be interested. So I'm at 193 right now as the level. Let's see what it does. Actually, let's do this. Let's compare this damage output. Why is it not shooting? Why is it not shooting? What's that doing? 460. Now this does not have a 4-star on it, by the way. So let's see, what is that? 291 is kind of the base damage for the Gatling plasma with no 4-star. And let's compare it to this. This is doing 106. I was not even paying attention to the health. Wow. It looks like the Gatling plasma, even without a 4-star on it, is still doing more damage than the 50 count. I'm gonna have to get better about keeping up with the health on this build. The Ghoul dynamic is a little bit different. Not all of the perk cards and all the slots are unlocked yet, so have to keep that in mind. Gotta stay on top of it. Does anybody know how much glowing masks are going for in bleeders right now? Does anybody happen to know? And then what the price for meta 4-star mods like Rangers would be in leaders. Very high. Nice. Probably hitting at least 50 or 60, right? Yep, 300,000. 203. Wow, that was 10 levels. What the heck? What the freak? All right, time to redo this build so that way it just doesn't die instantly. Intelligence heavy gun. 4 perk packs. Wow. New ones. Force armor is down to 20 each. 20 liters? What? All glow max except the new ones are around 120 each. New ones. Okay. Because someone offered to trade 5 Rangers mod boxes for a glowing robot. And that kind of seemed kind of... maybe? That was a maybe, though. The very best. Alright, we might have to lower the charisma, actually. We'll keep the intelligence up, but let's lower the charisma. Let's get rid of the alcohol, bodyguards, moral support, and that. And then we're going to take this charisma. Actually, we could still keep those. You just put them in endurance. All right, we could do 2 more in endurance and get it to 15. Okay. And then we could put that 1 in charisma to get it up 12. Or we could take 2 points out of charisma, put it in a strength, and then we could max out all heavy gunner cards. Okay. Yep. Okay. Now we could run bullet shield and radiation power for more DPS. Pull a nut, because we're trying to get that intelligence through hiker. Which makes... we need through hiker? Yeah, we do. Okay. Life giver. Through hiker. Life giver's really going to help a lot. We could do ironclad. And then fireproof. That's a lot better. We got a lot of extra health from life giver. Ironclad and fireproof are giving us some extra survivability. We still have 10 charisma, so we're still getting some kind of an XP buff from inspirational, but because it's double XP weekend, we don't really need to worry about boosting charisma that high. These... okay. Nice. Kinda even. We just have Foshnock, so glow mask tanked. Snake runs are within 15 seconds. Scrapping mods for modules. Those only first star. Blood market. Oh, that's good. Okay. Yeah. The 4 rangers, I need a lot more than a glowing mask. So that might be an okay trade to do then if those are around roughly the prices of it. Or at least if that's roughly a decent trade. So that might be worth doing it. He said ads. Thanks, Twitch. Appreciate that resub though. For 3 months. Damn. Thanks, bud. Oh, 4-star. Do we want to scrap the 4 stars? Vulcan stuff? Or... what Vulcan set do we have on this character? Might just be random pieces. Interesting. Whatever, but... Zealots! Nice. What do you think, bud? Thanks for coming by. Good to see you like always. Main PAs, Union 5 troubleshooters, 5 strength, 5 through hikers, 5 reflective. Interesting. Is that for just the raids in general, or just running the first boss? Or is that just everything? Overall. Hey, Mr. Mort with the raid. What's up, dude? Thank you, bud. How was your stream? You know what would be nice? If we could figure out a way to, we're in power armor, so that was actually doing nothing. Wow, okay. Let's do gunslinger rank. There we go. That's a lot better. Now we get this multiplicative damage from gunslinger. Sick. Overall, nice. Is that for Ghoul or for human characters? For you? Well, for that character.
This is an automated message. Evacuation is in progress. Please proceed to the nearest exit in an orderly manner.
How do we... Oh, there we go. Let's do inert flux here. So that way we can do... Nice. More. What's up, bud? Triple the snake, then bring out the auto axe. Yeah. Oh, is that your tactic? Is that your play? Is that what you do? Just you and me? Maybe. Is the rest of our team AFK? Wonderful. 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 Thanks for asking. Wonderful. Food's good. We can try to run it, Nuka, if you want. What you shit out over here?
Alert. Unauthorized personnel detected. Activating defense systems.
Let's do it. Mama didn't raise no bitch. What's it doing right here? What we got? 79. All right. What's the gap plas doing? 158. Yeah, that's pretty substantial. We do have our dragon, though. Why are guns not shooting? Is anybody else experiencing this bug? What is going on right now? Oh, Nuka. Dang.
Warning, enemy. Unsafe zone. Security bunker online. Take shelter immediately.
Wipe or actually try to do this?
Successful. Resuming combat protocols. Threat neutralization in progress.
Shit. Let's just wipe.
Hostiles neutralized. Standby mode.
Believe in you. Whoops. Too late. Who we got AFK right now? Nocti pills. One of y'all's getting the boot. Who's getting the boot? One of y'all's getting the boot. Rip. Inert. Probably don't need cola nut right now. Let's do, what's the one glowing out? Yeah. No, could you back out of the raid? Are you still loading or? Bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom. 1 second. Let's do this. Gonna make something real quick. But we need this to do it. Where's she at? Bang. Get that super duper proc. Yeah, you gonna do it? Yeah. Nice. All right. Intelligence heavy gunner. Not really two phrases that go well together, but you know what? It is what it is.
Alert. Unauthorized personnel detected. Activating defense systems.
Why does the gun not shoot? Literally clicking the mouse button. Wow. Anybody else noticing that? That is so weird. Really? With the reload? Wow. Tesla cannon. That's a good question. That one might be locked. That one might be locked. Magazine was this? Cryo resist? Ooh, sick. Alright. Guys want to run it?
Low fuel, drilling suspended. Please add fuel to resume operation.
breaking or rangers? Which one's better? Rangers. Most people would probably agree that rangers is better than limit breaking. Limit breaking's cool to help you crit more often, but the thing with that is limit breaking only works when you're critting. That's really the only time that you benefit from limit breaking is when you're doing crits. Rangers is all of the time that you're using a ranged weapon. So every shot that you fire. So I prefer more of the passive buffs like that, where you're getting just the damage increase all of the time instead of based on a certain condition. But dude, these guys are just blocking all of them. But rangers, yeah, you'd probably be better served putting rangers on all 5 pieces instead of limit breaking on all 5 pieces. Now granted, limit breaking is fun because of the whole more efficient critical thing, but nah, rangers is thick. Because you got to think, rangers is, if you have rangers on all 5 pieces, that's the equivalent of a psycho buff going all of the time. That's huge. Well, at least the damage part of the psycho buff, but
Caution. Increased hostile presence detected.
alright, what we got? Where they at, though? Where they at, though? What? Damn, they was going crazy on that drill. What the freak? Wild West hands? Yep. Alright.
Low fuel, drilling suspended. Please add fuel to resume operation.
Get that thing. Pick it up. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, 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 pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, 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 pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, up, up. Don't mind that ping. It's an accident. No. Get out of here.
Caution. Increased hostile presence detected.
Oh god. Yeah, you just stay there. Oh, whoa! Thanks again. Yeah, bud. Please sleep well. Do not sleep like shit, or your body will hate you for it. Yeah, anytime. Shredder builds are fun. Report back to us and let us know how it goes. Dang.
You suck.
There's nothing else here that's really gonna help. Gotta run it.
Low fuel, drilling suspended. Please
Just
add
gotta
fuel
run
to
it.
Resume operation.
I'm trying to... Mouse pad's being weird right now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, dude. Calm down. Not that serious. You know what's funny is somebody was saying that recently. Somebody else, it was either in a live stream or some video that somebody made talking about how the mole miners seem more difficult. They did buff the Guardian in the PTS before this patch. So it could be that they buffed other aspects of the raid as well. That would also explain why the drill's going down faster.
Caution. Increased hostile presence detected.
Alright, where we at? Come on, get out of that. those are gone. Crap, wrong way. Crap. What? Wow, this is nuts. This definitely seems a lot more difficult than normal. Okay. Vlad to the rescue. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, this build is in the works too, so it's not. Although for this section of the raid, the build doesn't really matter so much, but not having power armor reboot is kind of a bummer. Kind of a bummer. Bummer. Kind of a bummer. Bummer. No. Completely out. What about you guys?
Low fuel, drilling suspended. Please add fuel to resume operation.
Dude, how is this already going down? Dude, that's nuts. It's already below half. Yeah, this had to have been buffed. Things happened. Yeah, no worries. We won't hold it against you. Things do happen after all. No. No, sir. Negative. Oh, Lord. They are a lot harder to dodge, it feels like.
Increased hostile presence detected.
hell is that? What the hell is in the bottom of this thing I've been drinking out of? I'll find out when it comes out the other end. Yeah, this is weird. Not having the unstoppable magazine to avoid melee damage isn't helping, and not having power armor reboot isn't helping, but even despite that, it just... something's changed! Maybe it's our skill level what's changed. Roast ourselves.
Please add fuel to resume operation.
Uh-oh, wrong way. What are you doing? Uh-oh, where's he at? He gone. Whoop! Yeah. Whoop. 1 second. Okay.
Caution. Increased hostile presence detected.
Hey. Uh-oh. They just standing there over your dead body. That's messed up. Holy crap. They are definitely on one today, for sure. Definitely on one. Dude, you can't sneak around them anymore. This is pretty crazy, honestly. So 2 people defending the drill, 2 collecting? Is that what needs to happen? This is wild. This hasn't happened before. Oh. Or we could... It could be that they're spawning that much because we're in the room shooting them. So let's try everyone collects first, just to see how quickly the drill goes down by itself. And then, yeah, if it starts to go down too much, we'll put 2 people in there. Let's try that.
Low fuel, drilling suspended. Please add fuel to resume operation.
Alright, so nobody's in there. They're shooting it. Going down. Yeah, it's going down a pretty good amount. Yeah, we're gonna have to have somebody in there. We can do that. We can put 2 people in there then. Because it used to not be that way. So we'll put 2 people in the drill room then. That's nuts. Well, worth a try. Whoa. Can't go that way. Big no-no. Alright, there's one. This guy. Alright, this one's going pretty good so far.
Caution. Increased hostile presence detected.
Oh no. Trapped, literally trapped in the hallway. You guys got this. Dang, dude. What the freak? Just have some snacks. Might as well while you're there. This is nuts, dude. Okay, you guys hold on a second. I'm gonna swap characters. See how much of this, see how much this makes a difference. That way, Power Armor Reboot can be maxed out, and then the Unstoppable magazine to avoid melee damage. Because that's bad. That's really bad. Damn. Does anybody know if they have the patch notes somewhere where they mentioned changing the raid and buffing it or making it more difficult or anything like that?
Don't look so gloomy, friend. At least you don't look like a prune.
Alright, so let's do this. Alright. Now, let's get out our... Okay. Can you guys make me team leader? Oh, what's that? Actually, yeah. Can you guys make me party leader and then back out, and then I can re-go into the raid where it's back on that section. Can try that and see how that does. That'll give us a fighting chance. Alright. Sick. Alright. Now, let's try this. Alright, this is the drill. We'll need to put Power Armor Reboot on.
This is an automated message. Evacuation is in progress. Please proceed to the nearest exit in an orderly manner.
Well, whatever. That's weird it didn't reset it back. That's fine. We can just redo this. Won't take long. Obviously, it doesn't take nearly as long as the drill section, so there's a plus at least. Actually, 1 second. This is not the right build for this. Because it was supposed to go to the drill section. So we should probably just switch to the raid crit. There we go. That's the one we want. This is full onslaught, full crit damage.
Alert. Unauthorized personnel detected.
Right.
Activating defense systems.
Oh wait, there's no got 6, 7, 8. Oh, wow. All right. All right, now we're gonna put on power armor reboot, and we're gonna use Unstoppables 4, 30% chance to avoid melee damage. All right.
Low fuel, drilling suspended. Please add fuel to resume operation.
Now, this should give us much more survivability chance during the drill. Whoa! Not good. So far, so good. Yeah, that's nuts. Wow. Jeez. Okay. Wowzers. All right. Going to switch again back to a ghoul. That was a lie. The game had other plans. The game said, nah. You finally beat that stage and did all that work, and you had to switch characters to do it. Hard crash! What you deserve for winning. All right. Well, you know what? It's about that time for the stream to be... Anyway, I've been streaming almost 4 hours. That's pretty nuts. This was fun, though. We should probably do this every Sunday. Sometimes I can stream on the Sundays, but sometimes it just isn't. Sometimes the other days are really good, and sometimes they're not. All right, y'all. Thanks for coming by. Finally got through the drill section, so that was enough. That's enough for now. Gonna hop in off stream and finish the rest of it, but for the sake of this stream, only if Nuka's in town. Only if Nuka's in town, we're gonna be streaming. If Nuka's out of town, we do not stream. Apparently, that's how it is. That's how things go around these parts. But all right, guys. Follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube. You know the deal. There's stuff in the descriptions of the video for all those social medias and all the other great things that you might desire. Click them or don't. Who cares? Doesn't really matter much anyway. Gonna be back next Sunday. 5 p.m. is going to be the new stream time moving forward. 6 was a little too late. 5 is good, though. 5's good. Feeling good about 5 p.m. instead of 6 p.m. Huge difference. It's the really big difference when you go from 6 p.m. to 5 p.m. Everybody told me 6 p.m. was the best one, and I said, no, it's not. They don't know what they're talking about. 6 p.m. has always been the best one, but now I say no, 5 p.m. is it. And if you don't believe 5 p.m. is the one, then you're out. You just got to get out of here. Because if you're going to do 5 p.m., then you're going to do it, and then we're going to do it correctly. Because if not, then it is what it's going to be. And that's the only thing we're going to say. There's nothing else to talk about. Because if that's going to be the thing, and then